Hello everyone, welcome to the Photo Retrospective. This is a series where I talk about rare photos I've taken over the years, and I talk about them. In this video, I'm going to be talking about photos I took in 2019. Alright, so, our first photo here is of the roof of some Ant Fleet cars. This was taken at the Old Saybrook train station in Connecticut. And, you can kind of see this is kind of a little interesting angle, looking down kind of towards the connection between the cars, but not really. You're really from above. No, not the best, but it's an okay photo. So let's move on to the next photo. Alrighty. We have our next photo. It's of the roof of one of the Shoreline East cars. You can see the horn there, and the little bit of the track ahead. It's dark out because this was taken at night. But it's a very interesting angle. This was actually taken from the overhead walkway to get to the bay platform they have there. So, let's go on to the next photo. Alright, here's our next photo. And as you can see, it's of the overhead walkway. And it says on it, Old Saybrook Station. So, nice little, fun little thing. You can see the lights inside and stuff. Again, this is taken at nighttime, so it's not the best photo, but, it's okay for when I took it. Okay, let's move on to the next photo. Alrighty, we have now moved a little closer to home, and we are now here at Mansfield train station. As you can see off in the distance is an MBTA commuter train coming down from Boston. Be pulling into Mansfield pretty shortly, where it will load passengers and continue on to Providence. So, let's move on to the next photo. Alrighty. Here we are on our next photo. You can see it's out of one of the P&W engines. This is actually taken in Providence, in the Providence train station. And you can kind of see there through some of the supports and stuff. This was very interesting because I had, very interesting to caught it that day. I definitely, if I remember correctly, I think we had taken the train actually down there to, go to the mall a little bit. And, happened to catch the a freight train going through. So let's move on to the next photo. And here's a way better photo of the lead engine on that train. You can see it's a 2009 engine, and you can see it's leading on some freight cars down the line there. And it's on the freight track through the station, so there's actually no platforms on that track. So let's move on to the next photo. Alright, here's another photo taken at Mansfield. Quality is very good. You can see it's very blurry, but it's a good shot there of F40PH-2C 1029. Would be if it wasn't blurry. If you actually look off into the distance a little bit, you can see what I believe would be at this point CSX B733, which has recently been renumbered to a different road number, but still the same train, so you can see that it's working a customer down the track there in Mansfield. So let's move on to the next photo. Alrighty, now we're in Kingston, Massachusetts, at the Kingston train station. Here we have a train that has just pulled in, and looking at engine 1069 here on the lead, ready to trail back up to Boston, and good to see more 2Cs. This is actually getting, in the timeline here, we're getting closer to the 2Cs really kind of disappearing, so it's good to see one of them in the, towards the end of their, main reign, I feel. So let's move on to the next photo. Alright, here's another angle of that same train sitting in the station. And, as you can see, it's kind of sitting there. I have footage, I believe, been posted of this train, if you want to go check that out. But something I do notice, after looking at the photo more, is the mismatched number board frames. That's very interesting. One's purple, one's black. So, let's move on to the next photo. Alright, and now we've actually moved back away from home. We are actually at the Springfield train station in Springfield, Massachusetts. As you can see, this is the photo of a shuttle set sitting off on a siding. presumably, came up from New Haven, and then, couldn't get a spot in the station to sit, so they had to move it out into the yard, because I believe at this point they were still working on the elevated platform, so they were down some platform space, so they couldn't just store trains in the station as easily. So let's move on to the next photo. Alright, and here's a very nice photo. I like this one a lot. It's of the connections and all the wires and hoses connecting two amp fleet cars together. This is a extra interesting photo to me a little bit because of just very interesting to see all that. But also, it's been my channel banner since I created the channel, so it's very interesting to see it coming up here. But also something that I've noticed now, looking at it more, is actually the fact that the car on the right has different drop steps than the one on the left. So, kind of interesting thing. Apparently, at some point, they must replace that one. And another interesting thing is I believe I might have saw the car possibly again on a more recent trip to Springfield, though it could just be another car. I don't know. But yeah, so let's move on to the next photo. Alright, here's another shot of that stored shuttle set sitting off there. You can actually, the steps they had to get on to the train. This was not station, the state where it parked at the station, but I believe this was just for storage because, on a more recent trip I've noted that there's a set that comes up, like before lunchtime and leaves in the afternoon. So this is probably that train, just doesn't get a station spot. So let's move on to the next photo. Alright, here's a photo of the rear of what I believe was the Vermonter sitting there in Springfield. And you can see I have the air hose extension up for the backup whistle. And you can actually see in the background there is the where the elevated platform is now. You can see it's still under construction, so that's why they didn't have as many spots. They're really working off this one main spot, and then there's another one out there for Lakeshore Limited. But now they have, like 3 spots they can work with, so they can pull more trains and stuff. So let's move on to the next photo. Alrighty, here's our last photo of some, I believe to be abandoned canopies at Springfield. I presume part of the station being bigger in the past, though I'm not exactly sure. But it's very interesting to see that kind of stuff out there. Alright, that comes to the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. And I will talk to you guys in the next video, which will most likely end up being 2020. So, yeah, I'll talk to you guys then.